Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TechGeek webinar series, our endeavor to empower techies. I'm really sorry for being a bit late. It was due to some technical glitch that our speaker was not able to log in. So, the topic of today's session is WAS v8.5 New Features for Rapid Delivery and Liberty Profile for Developers. Our guest speaker today is Ms. Lalita Vishali Panalla, Development Manager, WebSphere Application Server Portfolio at IBM India Software Labs. Ms. Lalita has over 16 years of IT experience with Java EE-based product design, development, support and management. Currently, she is a development manager for the she's a development manager for the WebSphere application server portfolio at IBM India Software Labs in the performance and serviceability components of WS. Over the past 6 years, Lalita has managed development and support of several WS components and contributed to the delivery of the product. Lalita has presented on the WebSphere products at several technical events at IBM and Sun and has done extensive evangelism of WAS, its feature packs, OSJI performance best practices, and cloud-based products. So without further delay, I introduce you all to our guest speaker. Over to you, Ms. Lalita.
Thanks, Mohini. Good afternoon, everyone. We really apologize for the delay. There's been some problem in trying to log in. So we are on to the presentation without any further delay. I'm on slide number 3. As Mohini introduced, I would be talking about the WebSphere application server, v8.5, and its new features. But before that, I'll have a quick round of introduction to the application infrastructure portfolio of IBM, what are the products and offerings in this space, and then move on to the WebSphere application server family, and we can then move on to the topic of the day, which is that of the Liberty Profile for Developers. So I'm on slide 3, where what I'm going to talk about is the trends of application infrastructure in the market today. So basically, there is a lot of demand and ask for rapid application development and delivery. And in addition to that, there is proliferation of mobile and social media, digital influence, and there is a lot of demand to driving your middleware and infrastructure to meet these demands. Another facet to the market trend is the huge transaction volume and very less tolerance for any transaction timeouts or delays. And the last one, the driver in the market, is that of cloud delivery. With more and more vendors moving towards SaaS kind of offerings and not investing in purchase of hardware and software, it becomes very important for us to cater to this cloud delivery model in order to stand pace with the market. So we will see what, in slide number 4, what offerings IBM has in each of these spaces. So in the space of rapid application development, we have the foundation, as you see down below in this picture. The WebSphere Application Server Foundation, along with the Virtual Enterprise, which handles intelligent management and dynamic provisioning, as well as WebSphere Compute Grid, which is catered to the batch processing and handling of huge volumes using batches, caters to rapid application development. And in addition, the volumes of transactions that we talked about get catered to by the extreme scale offering, which deals with a huge transaction volume without having to deal with delays or timeouts of transactions. And the Data Power Appliance caters to the similar one in the form of an appliance. And so that is the offering we have in this space of rapid application development. Now coming to the cloud, we have the WAS Hypervisor Edition, which comes catered to the cloud environment, and which is virtualized version of WAS with the OS images. And that comes along with the IBM Workload Deployer, which is another offering for pattern deployment on the cloud. And Intelligent Management, PAC, is an add-on to IBM Workload Deployer. patterns for web applications complement this whole cloud portfolio by being able to automatically recognize the artifacts of a web application and being able to deploy to that pattern. And in addition to that, there are tools which help us with dynamically being able to work around this environment by providing widgets and configuration panels to be able to configure to this product portfolio. Now moving on to slide 5, what you saw in slide 4 was the current situation, and what you're going to see in slide 5 is the improvement in offerings that especially 8.5 version brought about. So if you, Mohini, if you click on the slide, there's an animation in there which tells us the purple portion of the slide, which is that of WebSphere Application Server and WBE and WCG offering, is now combined into one holistic offering, which with WebSphere Application Server also having the ability for intelligent management and batch processing itself. So there is no separate offering in here, and we've enhanced the base WAS Application Server to be able to do this, have this capability as well. In addition to the Liberty profile, which will be the topic of the day, and we'll cover it in greater detail as we go by. And moving on, when you click the next, there's another animation in there which shows how the hypervisor edition of WAS, which is the yellow blob out there on the top, is also enhanced for intelligent management. Another click out there and you'll see another animation which shows the mobile offering which we have, which is called the IBM WorkLight Server. Now there was this Web 2.0 and mobile feature pack which was shipping alongside the WebSphere Application Server, which was helping develop mobile applications which are catered to good platforms like Android and so on. And in addition to that, now we have the WorkLight Server, which is even more optimized to development for mobile and supports hybrid development as well. That is both for the mobile as well as for your laptop or desktop. In addition to making use of the facilities that are there on Android, the core facilities which are there on your phone, like camera and GPRS and so on, it is much more optimized for mobile development. So we have an offering in the IBM mobile platform which helps, as we just saw in previous slide, cater to the trend of mobile proliferation in the marketplace. And in the tools area, as we just discussed, we have a studio also for the WorkLight, and we have a new facet to the tooling that we have. We earlier had Rational Application Developer and was running as a runtime in that IDE. And for developers desktop, we now have included the WAS developer tools by way of which the Liberty profile runtime can also run within Eclipse. Now, this is the first time that we're able to run within Eclipse. Earlier, Eclipse was not supported to be running with Eclipse. So Liberty profile for developers, which is our new offering with WAS 8.5, is a very powerful one, as we'll see by. Moving on to slide 6, this is an overview of the, having seen what the earlier slide showed, which is that of overview of application infrastructure foundation. We are now at understanding what the application server family has to bring. So we're now one step into the application server family, which is our topic for the day. So WebSphere Application Server family has been a long journey with several offerings in this space, as you can see on this slide. We have the base WAS, the middle of this slide, with the Tools Edition, where you can actually edit and configure for several widgets and develop using the RAD as Tools Edition. In addition, we have WAS Hypervisor Edition, as we just discussed, which is optimized for the cloud. We have WAS Network Deployment Edition. The WAS can be deployed in various topologies, the basic profile, the base profile. We have the network deployment topology. We have the administration agent topology. We have the job manager topology, and so on. And WAS ND, being one of these, is also coming with the Tools Edition. Now we also have WAS optimized for ZOS. We have WAS Express, which is a lower cost version for primarily building dynamic websites. And we have WAS for developers version, which is what we're going to talk about today primarily, which is a new offering that we're coming up with. Moving on to slide 7 is about the journey we've had, 14 years of leadership and trusted delivery with the application server.